I hope you can see me. I'm having a little trouble here with the technology, as always. There it is. Seems like I'm live. So I hope you can see the screen that I'm sharing here. Place in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or 18. I actually don't know exactly from memory right now. And as you know, live zien gibt es Verbindungsprobleme. What's that? I'm just going to continue. Okay. Close that. As you know, to win in any kind of sport, you have to interpret the rules and regulations, right? You have to know these rules and regulations. And since next year, the second Okinawa Karate International Tournament is scheduled to take place in August. I wanted to say a few words about the Kobudo contents, the content of that is the kata that are allowed in this competition. So of course you got the general descriptions as usual, which is the tatami and how many official uniform, so that you can have a Ryuha or Kaiha emblem, a country flag even, except the prefectural emblem of Okinawa. And you can only have it on the left chest and all that. You get a number if you participate, and you got to wear it, of course. You cannot wear a t-shirt under the karate gi, it's prohibited, except for the ladies. For the women, they can have a white t-shirt or whatever color the karate jacket has, because you are supposed to wear a complete white dogi, or you can use a black jacket if, for example, for Kobudo, some schools do that, right? Or maybe even like completely black. So this is what you need to know. If you're wearing a t-shirt, you're just going to be disqualified, right? So you have to read this if you want to participate in that. Even so, if you have a bandage or any kind of injury, it has to be approved by the executive committee with the diagnosis of the tournament doctor. And also the referees have a style they need to wear. And you got here, the competition consists of 4 individual kata performances separated by male and female and juniors, adults 1, adults 2, and seniors. And then, of course, 5 categories, technical categories: Shuite, Tomarite, Nahate, Uchi, Kobudo, Bo, and Kobudo Sai. So then something about the referees, the competition procedure. So there's a scoring system and there's a flag system. And you need to know that because there will be preliminary tournament in Okinawa in March, I think. And for the Okinawan residents and for the foreigners, the preliminary round will be held just before the main tournament in August. So you got to think of August. You don't have to just know the rules, but you also have to consider like climate and all that stuff. So it's going to be very hot, and there you will be using the scoring system or the flag system, depending on where you are. About the flag system, and when it is, of course, you see here they are the kata which you are allowed to use, which are acknowledged by the executive committee, and there are the appendices 1 to 5. We'll get later to that, okay? And the criteria for the judgment. And here the ball at least 100 centimeter long, at least 900 grams for male and 800 grams for female. It's going to have a round shape. You cannot use some iron core in the ball or whatever for gravitational movement. So it has to be like plain wood. The size have to be 650 grams each for male, 550 for female. Traditional shape, of course. So no modifications are permitted. They're going to be checked. They're going to be weighed and looked at, examined, and you get a little a little seal, so indicating the inspection that is going to be put on the weapon. Okay. So then here's a list, like for the appendix 1 for the kata you can do. You see, here's a differentiation between the juniors. And there's a scoring system I mentioned previously in the flag method, right? And then there is adult 1, adults 2, and seniors. This is here 1. So here are the kata that you are allowed to do. So you can do an Hanshin, Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Peanut Shodan to Godan, of course, Ananku from whatever school, Seibukan, Matsubayashi, it doesn't matter, Seisan, there are so many. So then you got Wankan, Wanshu, Hohai, Pasai, Pasadai, Pasai Sho, Chinti, right? And so on. And then you get here. And this means, of course, that these kata are not selectable at this Goju Shiho, Chinto, Kusanku, Kusanku, Dain, Kusanku Sho, that is any form of Kusanku like Chatanyama or whatever, and Dai and Sho variant, they are not permissible for juniors, neither in the scoring method, which is in the preparatory tournament, nor in the flag method, which is going to be used in the finals, right? So they cannot use it. But as adults 1, adults 2, and seniors, you cannot use it when the scoring method is used. So you cannot use these rather high-grade kata of Okinawa Karate within the I'm lacking the term. Not preparatory tournament, but qualification. Oh man, yeah, in the qualification round, because the qualification round is done under the scoring method. So within when you go to the qualification as a foreigner in August, you cannot use Goju Shiho, Chinto, Kusanku Dai, Kusanku Sho, or whatever. You have to use one of these. Otherwise, you're not eligible to perform the kata and continue to the finals. So you need to know this. So that's why read the scoring system, score the ranking. Each competitor are determined according to the following items. Competitors and each get a score, and the ones with the best score, they continue to the finals, okay? But you cannot use these high kata, so be careful. So you need to have one of these kata in a very, 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 very good shape to use it in the scoring method, to continue to the final, right? And when in the final, when the flag method is used, then you can use them. So you also need to know this in order to be able to make a good place in the finals. So same or similar is here for the Nate, for the Goju Ryu kata, right? So you cannot in the qualification round you cannot use Seipai Ku Unfa or Super Rinpe. You know. So in actually it seems different So you have 7 kata, except Sanshin, of course, which is Tanren kata, so you don't do it in the competition, but you can use all 7 kata here in the scoring method or in the flag method. So that's good for you. But there's another point. If there's another round, you may have to be careful. But for example, if you perform, let's say, Kanshin, and you have another qualification round, you might not be able to use Kanshin again. So you have to choose wise. But if you continue to the next level of the tournament, to the semi-final or final, whatever, you can reuse the same kata, okay? But read it carefully if you want to participate. Read the rules, learn them, everything, every sentence, every word, okay? Now we get into Kobudo, which Bokata. It's the same thing here. There's a differentiation within the juniors, scoring method and flag method, but with the adults, 1, 2, and the seniors, the 3 groups, all these 21 kata are allowed. So it's Ufukusku-no-kun, which is a beginner's kata, Chon-no-kun, and you want to notice this here. This is a Chon of Matayoshi Kobudo. It's not Chon-no-kun of Taira Shinken lineage, okay? Then Shushin-no-kun, which is well known, which usually refers to Shushin-no-kun Dai, and then in Taira lineage they are called Shushin-no-kun Shon, Shushin-no-kun Dai. So Kanagawa-no-kun, which is also a variant, and Taira lineage terminology, there are 2, Sakagawa-no-kun Sho and Dai. Tukumine-no-kun of Kian Chotoku heritage, Chikin-no-kun, which is also Matayoshi, Shishi-no-kun, and I looked this up before because there is some confusion as regards the Okinawan name Shishi. It might mean Sueyoshi and it might mean Sueishi. These are 2 different kata, okay? But I looked it up in the Japanese part and it's Sueishi. So you can perform, I think they refer to the Matayoshi version of Shishi-no-kun, because Soeishi-no-kun of Taira lineage is not known in Okinawa. They maybe have a video of someone doing it, but it's not actively taught, I guess. Yonagawa-no-kun, of course, Shin-Shikinaka-no-kun, which would be probably the highest kata from Taira Shinken lineage, is allowed. We saw it as a winner's kata in the female division, the last tournament. Shirutaru-no-kun and Shiromatsu-no-kun and Shirutaro-no-kun. So there's a differentiation. It's the same family, Shirutaru and Shirutaro-no-kun. I'm not going to delve into that right now here, but there are just know that there are different versions, and Shirutaru is usually the Taira Shinken version, and Shirutaro-no-kun is probably from Kian Shinyai in Matsubayashi, or even like Ryukonkai, these kind of versions. But it's not 100% clear. Shiromatsu-no-kun is a kata from Matsubayashi Ryu. Kubo-no-kun, Katin, Ufutun, Uehara-no-kun, and Kashinbo. Kashinbo, of course, is from Motobu Udundi, and they are kata from Ryo Ryu, and another one, I think Ufutun is also Matayoshi. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's not the point. The point where I'm getting to, Hakunusai, you can use all Saikata here, you see, as adults. 1, 2, is the 3 adult divisions. So Chikin Shitaku-no-sai, Chotanyaru-no-sai, Hamahiga, Tawara, Kocho-no-sai, Yaka-no-sai, and this is Taira Shinken lineage, right? Then Sai 1, 2, 3, which is Nichusai, Shanshin, Shinbaru, which is Matayoshi Kobudo, and some other versions here. You can use them all. So, but what we got here, here's a note performing Ufuchiku no Sai, Tokoyama no Sai, and Hantakwa Kurakwa no Sai is not allowed in this tournament. So what they have presented here is the kata that the main associations in Okinawa, the powerful associations in Okinawa, can perform because they don't know all the kata. For example, Hantakwa Kurakwa no Sai is arguably the highest and most difficult and technically most advanced Sai kata in the Taira Shinken lineage. But none of the Taira Shinken lineage schools in Okinawa has it. Neither Shinbukan, nor Teshinkan, nor Seiryu-kan, nor Kinjo Dojo, nor whatever, like Shiroma Katsu Dojo. No, they don't have it. So what do? They have a meeting and they say, well, it might be a good idea if we don't allow Hantakwa Kurakwa no Sai. Because maybe there are people from the outside of Okinawa who know this kata. And if they perform it well, they would probably win. And we don't want that because they are not members of our dojo. Okay? That's simple. This is the example. Tokuyama no Sai, I'm not 100% sure. I could ask my friend Andre Kielholz and Axel Grundihi if this is maybe a kata from Hokama Kobujutsu. And then Ufuchiku Sai, of course, refers to the tradition of Kinjo Ufuchiku, who handed down some side techniques which have been codified, I guess, later on. Well, there's some, everybody knows these are beginners kata here, right? Shushino Kunsho, Dai, Sakugawa, the good kata, but we are talking about, brown belt level to second, third dan, right? Then Yonagawa no Kun is around fourth dan, Shikinaka no Kun is a higher kata. Shirotao, they are kata from third and fourth, and it's a nice little issue. Schools of Taira Shinken lineage in Okinawa, they forgot a lot of kata, but other people, they might know it. So that's a guess of mine, but I'm pretty sure that's right, because none of the so there are some big schools in Okinawa. Well, I just said the names before, and they are prominent in the association, so they have a say, and they maybe maybe do like some voting. Can we use this kata? Can we not use it? And of course, if one dojo knows the kata and the four other major dojos don't know the kata, they will all go like, no, you cannot use it. We're going to lose. And we cannot use because we're Okinawans. Because the Okinawans cannot use, right? They have to win, right? That's why there's no committee in this, right? And the same is, so they say performing the kata 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 is not allowed in this tournament. And there you got it. Chono Kun, a brilliant kata of Taira Shinken lineage, it's not allowed. It's prohibited in this tournament. You know why? It's simple. Because like maybe 3 or 4 of the big dojo associations of Taira Shinken lineage, they don't know it. So they go like, we're not going to allow it. They're going to make a vote. Shall we take it in? And, the 4 guys of the dojo, the bosses say, no. And the one guy, they have it. They say, yes. And that's a vote. So it's democratic, right? So Chono-kun is out. How about Chatanyara-no-kun? Oh, Chatanyara-kun. Who knows it in Okinawa? Bomuka knows it. But I guess that was it. Maybe the others, they probably have a video of it, maybe. Maybe they're working on it right now. so in the future they can win. But here it's prohibited. It's one of the most excellent Bojutsu kata. But they forgot it, the most of them. So they don't allow it. Same as before. One dojo has it, the 5 other associations, the big ones of Tarashing, they don't have it. So they make a vote. And everybody goes, no! Right? Like I'm talking about Chikinbo, Urashinukun. Same here. Urashinukun, it's a slightly different story. So there's Urasoinukun in the Tarashinkin lineage, via Akamine. But it's, I think, they have it and they test with it. But there are also other schools who have been using this kata for a long time in tournaments. So they're very good. Even children can do it. But in the main schools, it's a high level, 7th or 8th dan kata or so. So they treat it like something special. They don't want to share it. And there's also Rashinukun in Ishinryu, right? So Ishinryu people could participate. But I'm not sure if Ishinryu Kobudo is big in the, in the associations that control the official picture of Kobudo in Okinawa. So Urashinukun is also not there. Shoshinukun is a variation which I guess it came from the Bugeikan, and it might be an original old tradition actually of Bujutsu. So they don't allow it because most they don't know it. They're afraid to lose. Hatsunukun, Rufanukun, Chikin Ufukun. Well, Chikin Zumakakunukun, okay, that's a paddle technique. Okay, Shukuminukun. And there is another one, Seisokunokun. If you can perform Seisokunokun with the same power and the same precision as you can perform Shushinokun Dai, you're going to win this tournament. Alright? And therefore, because they don't know it, they forgot it. So they probably did a voting, and everybody went like, no, it's okay. No, Seisoku, no, we don't need that. And so anybody who would know it, any secret master somewhere, living on the hill, somewhere, on a tree or something, I don't know, they would just win, right? And that's something that the Okinawans cannot stand. Show here, that was what I wanted to tell you. So watch out for the update. If this year the new rules come out for the 2nd Okinawa Karate International Tournament, and then read it. Read the details. Read every sentence. Think about what do these words mean. Okay, you need to interpret that. If you want to make points, if you want to win, and all of that, right? So look out for them. By the way, this is funny. They every 10 years or so, they start this numbering new, right? They had the international tournament, the pre-tournament in 1995, and in 1997 there was also like the first Okinawa Karate International Tournament, and it went on for a few times, but they started it new because it sounds great if you say something right. It's new, right? It's marketing, right? Everything there's a label on it that says brand new, brand new tournament for the first time in history. Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching, and have a good day, guys. Bye bye.